NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. On second down, Wooten. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. You look at this Carolina defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Wooten. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down now, Wooten. Escaping a tackle at the 25. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Ready?
On first down, Wooten. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. In motion left goes a tight end. On 3rd down, Wooten. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
On the ready. Hurry, hurry.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Falcon defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Young. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Panthers at 500 at 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On the double.
3rd down at 6. Young to throw it. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. McLeod to return it. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Across midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Panthers 10, Panthers nothing. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Ready?
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 3rd and 9. Young to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Blue check. Ready.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. And they just get the play off. Now Young. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down,
He's got Burton here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not, and dropped him for no gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
On the set. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, a 20-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Falcons 17.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over first and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black Ultra. Set.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a first down throw for Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Young again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Young now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Now Young. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with career touchdown number 70. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
So we stop for no gain. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco. Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And now they're in the hurry up. Now they'll shift things around.
1st down, Falcons.
Side 2.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
All ready?
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. Touchdown! A great play there. 32 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Young on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 12-yard line. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
Here we go.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Isaiah Pacheco. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
That's caught, and they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready up.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th-quarter lead. 120 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Black shot. Smash. Ready.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Grant Delpit, and the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's 2nd and 8. This ball down the field for Pitts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And all the ball's out. High fumbled it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw again. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Red, cycle. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Field, black.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is intercepted. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken out past the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Now Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Ready.
Here's 1st down.
Ready.
Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now a give, right side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field.